Hello and welcome to Allool Global Stories of the Day. Russia air raids and missile strikes hit Ukraine's capital Kiev and other major cities on Saturday as Moscow launched more long-range attacks following the sinking of its Black Sea Fleet's flagship. In the besieged port of Mariupol, scenes of the war's heaviest fighting and worst humanitarian catastrophe, Russian troops pressed their advances, hoping to make up for their failure to capture Kiev by seizing the first big prize of the war. Moscow said its warplanes had struck a tank repair factory in Kiev. An explosion was heard and smoke rose over the southern eastern Donetsk district. The mayor said at least one person was killed and medics were fighting to save others. The Ukrainian military said Russian warplanes that took off from Belarus had fired missiles at Lviv region near the Polish border, and 4 cruise missiles were shot down by Ukrainian air defenses. In India, clashes broke out during a Hindu religious procession in the Indian capital New Delhi on Saturday, injuring several people, including policemen, police said days after similar religious violence broke out in 3 states. Eyewitnesses say that the violence erupted between Muslims and Hindus during the procession in Jahangirpur, a suburb of New Delhi. "We are still assessing how many people are injured. Some policemen have also been hurt," said Dibendra Batik, a police official in Jahangirpur wearing riot gear. The violence broke out during a procession to mark the Hindu festival of Hanuman Jayanti, police said without giving more details. Earlier on Saturday, protesters in New Delhi shouted slogans against Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, saying Muslims were violently targeted by authorities in the aftermath of Hindu-Muslim clashes in part of 3 states ruled by Modi's Hindu Nationalist Party. Morroco condemned on Saturday the Israeli raid on Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, saying the escalation undermines peace efforts. At least 152 Palestinians were injured in clashes with Israel riot police inside Jerusalem Al-Aqsa Mosque compound on Friday, the latest outbreak in a recent upsurge of violence that has raised fears of a slide back to wider conflict. This blatant attack and systematic provocation during the holy month of Ramadan will stoke hatred and extremism and undermine chances to revive the peace process in the region, Moroccan foreign minister said in a statement. Morocco, whose king chairs the Al-Quds Committee at the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, resumed diplomatic ties with Israel in December 2020. Other Muslim leaders such as Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Pakistani's former Prime Minister Imran Khan have also condemned the violence in Jerusalem. Imran Khan given a strong statement blaming the violence on Israel government.